So this is going to be another installment in my video series on how to work with SL Genie. This one's going to be on adding custom sites to your SL Genie program so that even if you're signed up for safelists that aren't listed, you can collect credits and send out to them as well. So there are currently 167 safelists that are already in SL Genie, which will certainly give you a fairly wide range. If you do have some that you are not listed here, and as you can see I have a few that I need to sign up for, they're always adding new ones, then you can go ahead and add them in the custom sites area, which as you can see I have a reasonable number of. I do believe I've got like 31 in here. Yes, 31. So I'm going to show you today how you can add one in here as well. So first thing you're going to do obviously is sign in to your SL Genie, which I have obviously done. You're going to click on Custom Sites here for the tab, and then over here, Add New. And what it'll do is it will add a new one at the end of the list. Don't worry about the numbering. It chooses the number, so you just hit Add New. Whatever number it assigns is fine. That's basically giving, I do believe, up to 500 sites that they can use for the regular accounts list before they start interfering with these. So first thing you're going to do, I'm choosing Viral Buzz Ads to be the custom site I'm adding because it's not in the list. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to enter the name of the mailer. So that one is Viral Buzz Ads. I believe it is an S. It is an S. And then you're going to put the domain. Now all they want is the domain, right? If you look at any of these, there's no www, there's no HTTP, there's no / at the end either. So I have it here. And so all we want is this section here. And that goes in there. And then just like when you're signing up for the SafeList accounts that are listed in the SL accounts area, it wants your username, your password, and your referral ID. So username, obviously, is the one you've chosen, or that it's assigned, depending on what the SafeList does. Then password, and just like in the regular SL accounts area, what you're looking for is just your referral ID. So when you look at your referral link, this is my entire referral link here, right? It wants everything after that R, meaning referral, equals, and then that's going to usually be your username, but sometimes they assign a number, as you can see on some of these, and so you just go ahead and paste that in there. All right, so now comes the part that most people have difficulties with, and that is figuring out what the actual credit URL is, what the credit link is that you need to actually click on to get your credits. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Gmail account that you've set up for your safelists, and you're going to do a search for the website that you want to work with. Notice here that I did include the HTTP and everything because all I want to show up here are the ads from Viral Buzz Ads. And I can tell by looking here that we're likely going to be working with two different links. We've got the Epic Super Solo showing up, and then we appear to have a regular Viral Buzz Ads one as well. And so what you're going to do, and I know this part gets a little bit complicated, so if you have to, pause this as you're working through it, do one step, come back, listen for the next step, pause it, and go back. All right? So what you want is you want 3 copies of the actual credit link. So you click on an ad, you come down to where your credit link is, and you highlight and copy the entire link and paste it into a notepad document. Once you've done the first one, then we're going to go back, and because I'm grabbing the Epic Super Solo ones, I'm going to go to the next Epic Super Solo one, go down to where the link is, again, copy the entire link, paste it directly below the first one. We're going to go back, we're going to grab one more, go. All right, so there's the next Epic Super Solo. There's the link. Next line, and paste it. Now, the purpose for this is because what you need is you need the link up until it starts to change. And the only way to really tell that is when you're actually looking at 3 of them so you can see the progression. And for this one, I do believe, let's just go back and take a look at safelists Genie for a sec. PHP. All right, so once you've done a few, it gets a little bit easier. All right, now I understand it can be a little confusing. So what it's after, by the looks of it, is right up until here, it's the exact same link. And then at the end, it's different. And so for the Epic Super Solo links for Viral Buzz ads, right, because it's got Epic Solo there, this would be what you're going to actually put in the credit URL area. Now, because we know that there are 2 different types, and when you do the input, you can actually put multiple credit URLs depending on what you see in your account. I'm going to go grab 3 of the regular ones because we're going to want that as well, right? The Super Solos obviously are where your most points are, but you don't necessarily always get enough points just from those. And so there's another one. Grab it again. And again, we're going for 3 so that we can actually see where the link changes, because it's at that change point that we want to stop our copying, right? So there we go, right? This one says Rough Mail. This one says Epic Solo. So you know that you have 2 separate links that you need to be able to work with within safelists Genie, all right? So now we're going to go back to safelists Genie and pull up our notepad. And what you're going to do is you're going to go until it changes, right? You start getting different information. You're going to copy it and paste it in. You're going to then put an enter so that you're on to the next line. And you're going to go grab the link for the next one, right? And so again, all the way over, right? Starts changing there. You can tell, right? Character for character. It's the same all the way to that point. So then you're going to copy that and you're going to paste that in and hit OK. Now what it does is it puts a semicolon there. It separates it. It knows that you mean that there's more than one there. All right. And then for the last step, which is very simple, what you're going to do is you're going to actually click on one of those credit links and see how many seconds it gives you. Now, it gave 10 seconds. It started at 9, which means this is
Welcome
a
to
10-second
AYBN.
run. All right.
Advertise your business now. We generate Google
somewhere.
and Yahoo pay.
There we go. We'll hush that. So this one, the regular credit mail, was 10 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on one of the Epic Super Solo ones. And again, we'll be watching to see how many seconds it says you have to wait. All right, again, this started at 9, so it's a 10-second. Now, when you're putting it into safelists Genie, you only get 1 spot for your timer. So I suggest very strongly that you reach for the one that's got the longest timer. Some of the Super Solos, right, or solo ads will have a longer time, right, longer space you have to wait to get your credits than your regular mails. For this one, it is 10 seconds for both, which is awesome. So as soon as you've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to hit save. If you don't hit save, you're going to be redoing that work because it will not maintain the information, obviously. All right, so that is how you add a custom credit mailer to your safelists Genie account. I hope you found this tutorial informative, and certainly feel free to leave any comments or questions in the area below.